Hello, welcome you all friends. In the last lecture, we have discussed the definitions of banking and evolution of banking in India. In this lecture, we are going to discuss definitions other than Banking Regulation Act. That is, other definitions we are going to discuss, and later on, we will study try to discuss the primary functions of bank. So let us discuss the we have seen in the last lecture the evolution of banking in India. Uh, that is the establishment of presidency banks, the Bank of Bengal, Bank of Bombay, Bank of Madras. Then these three banks are merged into Imperial Bank of India in 1921. Then establishment of Royal Commission, Reserve Bank of India Act passed in 1934. In 1935, Reserve Bank of India established. Then Reserve Bank of India nationalized in 1949. Banking Regulation Act also passed in 1949. Then nationalization of major 14 banks in 1969. Nationalization of major six banks in 1980. Establishment of NABARD, Narsiam Committee first and Narsiam Committee second. So the definitions yesterday in the last lecture we have discussed, that is definitions of bank. A banking company is defined as a company which transact business of banking in India. And next definition given in the Banking Regulation Act we have discussed. The silent features of definition, yesterday in the last lecture we have discussed. Today we are going to study the different definitions given by different bankers and economists. The first is Walter Leaf. According to Walter Leaf, bank is a person or corporation which holds itself receipts from the public, deposit payable on demand by check. So this is the formal definitions given by Walter Lipp. So bank is like a person or corporation which holds the receipts from the public and deposit payable on demand by checks. So this definition have somewhat limitations. Next definitions is Horace White. According to Horace White, bank is a manufacturer of credit and machine for facilitating exchange. Means bank is a manufacturer of credit. So important function mentioned here. The credit creation function focused here. Bank is a manufacturer of credit and machine for facilitating exchange. Professor Sayers says bank are institutions whose debts are referred to as bank deposits are commonly accepted in final settlement of other people debt. So Sayre says that banks are institutions whose debts are referred to as bank deposits are commonly accepted in final settlement of other people debt. So the exchange function focused here. The middleman work is focused here in these definitions. So these are some definitions given by different economists. Now you got the what is bank and the functions of bank. Now let us discuss actual what are the functions and its classification. Uh, First is we have made here T diagram, primary functions and secondary functions. So in the primary functions, accepting deposits, granting loans and advances. Then in the secondary functions, agency services and utility functions are mentioned here. and different functions under the major heads mentioned here. Let us discuss one by one. First is primary functions. So, what are the primary functions of bank? It is also called traditional functions. So, primary in the primary functions, those functions include for which bank uh, evolved or bank as an institution created. So, these are the traditional function or primary functions. So within that, first is accepting deposit. It is a first primary function of bank. So accepting deposits from public uh, is the primary function of banking business. Has its origin in this function. The bank acts as an intermediary by accepting deposits and paying interest on them, and money loans and charging the borrowers interest at higher rate. Commercial banks accept following types of deposits. That is demand deposit, number one. So demand deposit, what are the demand deposit? Demand deposits which are withdrawable on demand are known as demand deposit. They are in two forms. That is number one is current deposit and other is saving deposit. So what is current deposit or current account? It is usually opened by businessmen, corporate individual enterprises, business public bodies, trustees, etc. Very low interest or no interest is paid on these current account deposit. Bank may charge a nominal rate of interest for providing this facility. So bank can charge on the depositors, uh, but generally bank pays a nominal interest rate, very low interest rate or no interest rate at all. Second demand deposit is saving deposit or account. Saving bank deposits are opened by a large number of people who wish to save a small portion of their income and deposit their income. This portion with the bank, they are mainly opened by salaried person, class, middle income group, small vendors. Small rate of interest is paid on this account. Money can be withdrawable, have some restrictions or limitations. Rate of interest is nominally lower on saving deposit but higher than current account deposit. Saving deposits are withdrawable can be made one or twice a week. Means in a week you can withdraw amount uh, once or twice. Because of new technologies, such restrictions on withdrawable are removed, and you can use different apps, and many times you can do transaction. Third deposit is time or fixed deposit. These deposit or account are made for a fixed or specified period. It is a time bound deposit. The money can be withdrawn only after the specified time period. If the account holder wishes to withdraw before the expiry of the specified time, he required lower rate of he will receive lower rate of interest or no interest at all. So the if time deposit is for a fixed time maturity period, and if anyone want to withdraw before the time maturity period, then bank will impose the penalty, or bank will not uh, pay the interest on that. Next is recurring deposit. Recurring deposit means to in order to encourage customer to make regular saving, bank bank try to collect small savings, or to make saving habits among the small income earner. banks have to design recurring deposit account. In this type of deposit, a customer is required to deposit a fixed sum of money for a specified period of time. These are the different type of deposits. Next is advancing loans. The profit earning capacity of commercial banks depend upon this function. Commercial banks accept deposit at a lower rate of interest and give it as a loan and advances at a higher rate of interest. So number one, advancing under this head, number one is loans. So there are different type of loans and advances. So first is pure loan. Loans are classified into call loans, short term loans, medium term loans, long term loans, crop loans. Call loans provided by commercial banks for a period of few hours or 7 to 15 days are known as call loans. Short term loans are till 1 year, medium term loans are for 1 to 5 years, and long term loans are for 5 to 20 years and more than 20 years also. Next is cash credit. What is cash credit? This facility is allowed to any customer borrower to draw up to a certain limit. It is limit set by bank. So credit cards are there. So on the credit card, bank offers some facility, cash credit facility, but interest rate generally is higher on such cash credit, and there is a limit, certain limit. Up to that certain limit, that particular customer can withdraw cash credit. Next is overdraft facility. This facility is generally given to current account holders. Commercial banks are allowed to their customer to withdraw the amount from bank in excess of their balance. Means excess whatever they have amount in their account, they can withdraw more than that. It is called overdraft facility. So suppose balance is 1 lakh rupees, then customer can withdraw 1,20,000. So that 20,000 excess amount is called overdraft facility. Next is discounting of bills. Commercial bank charge a commission for discounting bills. When bills mature, the bank can get a direct payment from who had issued that bill. If bill issuer default responsibility of payment, come to the who discounted bill. Means bill discounting is uh, important function of bank because it promote a trade, and it gives the liquidity to bank also. So discounting of bills is very much important from the viewpoint of bank also, because if there is a shortage of fund, uh, bank can rediscount it with Reserve Bank of India also. So discounting of bill is a some type of it help to profitability and liquidity uh, management system. So we are going to discuss it later on when we will discuss the principles of banking, profitability, and how bank manages profitability and liquidity. So bank manages between profitability and liquidity. So discounting of bills helps in this function. Next is credit creation. This is the most important function of modern commercial banks. Bank not only lend money out of their deposit, but also create credit also. Uh, Deposit required by them for the credit creation. Banks required deposits to create extra money. Let us discuss how bank create credit. this is I have mentioned here the process of credit creation. Means what is amount they have actually in their deposits. So bank can lend more than that. It is called credit creation. Means if bank have the 1 crore rupees of deposits, bank can lend more than that. So because with the experience of bank know that only few amount is required to pay demand deposits on the demand of customers. So bank can lend major part of deposit um, as a loan. So bank can create more amount than actually deposited with bank. So here I have mentioned the process of credit creation. See the column number 1, original bank deposit amount is 1000. So bank have past experience that only 10% amount is required. So only 100 rupees reserve kept reserve as for paying demand deposits. That is if customer demands their amount, only 10% amount is required. It is known uh, from the past experience. So 900 is given to loan. So bank opens when bank give loan, bank open account, and that amount sanctioned as a loan deposits in that particular loan account. So or it gives through check. So if original bank got 1000 rupees deposit, original bank kept 100 rupees as reserve and 900 loans given to customer as a check. So that particular person who got that check, he or she deposit 900 rupees check in second bank, and again this second bank keep reserve of 10% amount, that is 90 rupees, and give loans of 810 rupees, 810 rupees check. So third bank receives that 810 rupees check. That third bank again keep 10% amount, that is 81 rupees, and 729 rupees give as a loans through check. So this process continues still. And here look at the last total column row, that its total sum is deposited money is 10,000 rupees, loans given 9,000 rupees, and 10% reserve, that is 1,000 rupees kept as reserve. So this is the credit creation process. When banking system gets 1000 rupees deposit, the banking system creates 10,000 rupees of 9,000 rupees of loans. So it is depend on reserve requirement, and many factors are also there. For example, reserve bank policy, monetary policy. Bank have to keep some reserves with Reserve Bank of India. So what are the percentage there uh, set by Reserve Bank of India? So all credit creation process limitations are there, but later on we will discuss it. This is the process I have given in different table. That is the word here. I have given one formula, that is money multiplier 1 upon LRR is equal to 1 upon 0.1 is a 10%. So it is a initial deposit, last formula initial deposit into 1 upon LLR is equal to 10,000. Later on I will discuss in details with example. So I have just mentioned here the money multiplier formula is there. So we can with the calculation we can calculate how much deposit, how much loans with given deposit bank can create, or how much bank can create credit. So on these calculations bank we can calculate. The primary functions are finished here. In the next lecture, we will discuss the secondary functions of bank, secondary functions and general utility functions we are going to see in the next lecture. So that much in this lecture. See you in the next lecture. If you have any doubt or problem, you can text me or you can send me mail. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.